Hello everybody. I am going to be coloring today, and I've been coloring on my little corner book from Cocoio, and I've actually, while I was on vacation, I filled in some of the little extra bits. I colored here, and I colored my test page prior to doing this, and then I colored this one while on vacation. It was like a little pizza place, and I think it's so freaking cute. And my last video was this one. And then I had done the pet shop video, which you guys already saw. And then I have the bookshop. And so I have this one, which is like a little kitchen to do next, to be in order. But I actually would like to do Comfy Days. This was a gift from one of my viewers, Donna K. Burnett. She wrote me a beautiful note and she sent it to me. So I have these other two books, Cozy Friends and Girl Moments, and I will be using those next. But I wanted to color with my new coloring book, thanks to my friend Donna, because she's amazing and she wanted to thank me. If you guys are not aware, I do have a budgeting channel and I share a lot of freebies over there. And I thought it was such a sweet thought that she had to gift me a coloring book, and I will color these things next, like extra stuff. But I want to find, these are all wintry. How cute for Christmas. This one's springy, like a springtime, and a I was gonna say cocodrilo in Spanish. It's an alligator. I literally was like, what? My words. Wow, these are all so freaking adorable. Like, I can't pick one. So I'm gonna pick, I want to do like a simple one to kind of get myself back on the, these are very holiday. I can see that. I love them though, because there's some like non-holiday ones too. I love that one. It's very Christmas. This one right here. I have my sheet of paper. This is just cardstock, and then I have been using that. So I'm gonna put this right in here. And I'm just gonna put that there. That way I have more space and I can hopefully zoom in more and get to coloring with you guys. Okay, so you're gonna hear me be quiet, because I know that you'll hear my clock chiming back there, click click click. But yeah, I want to, this one I was waiting for it to come back in stock, which is lettuce green, and it hasn't come back in stock for a refill. Gotta check Amazon when I'm done, because I was totally waiting on that one. I gotta pause a YouTube video that I have playing because it's gonna, you guys are gonna hear that in the background. I love coloring because it's such a rest for my brain. In my budgeting channel, I do coloring savings challenges, and those are great, and I take my time with them. But I find that when I do, just for fun coloring, it really does help me relax. And what I like about alcohol-based markers, so you don't need to get, I have Copic markers. You don't need Copic markers. You can simply just get yourself some alcohol-based markers, like Ohuhu. And there are some other brands out there on Amazon that you can purchase, and they'll do the trick. The thing about alcohol-based markers is that you can blend colors together, okay? They're not like permanent markers where it's just there, you know? It's just like whatever color you put down, that's it. There's no blending it. It doesn't really add to anything, and I let it dry a little bit and then I go over it to make it darker. So since the frog is under the window, it's gonna add a bit of a shadow, right? And I'm just gonna let it dry for now, and I might come back later with a different green. And then I'm gonna think I want his little cup to be blue, so I'm using B24 Sky Blue. I am by no means a professional in the sense that, like, yes, I have gone to art school and I've learned about like art in different formats, but I'm not an expert in the sense that like I teach this or anything. I'm talking you through it because I know that a lot of people that are here are just doing it for fun, and I really need to refill this one. So this baby is gonna go to the side because I can't use him. So let me get this cyanine blue, excuse me. Okay. Sometimes when you use Copics, you don't know that they're drying out till they dry out. Like when you actually use them, you're like, ugh, forgot to do this. Because you have other ones and then you... So as you can see, by putting a different blue on top, it kind of blended the other blue, and it didn't necessarily like affect anything. It doesn't look as bad. It just adds maybe a bit of a shadow or some depth to the little coloring. All right, so let me get that color. It's Sky. And the reason why I haven't filled it up is because I don't have that color. So that's 2 colors I need to order. I just order them online now. They're easily accessible online. I'm gonna get this pale pink RV10 to color his cheeks in. Because he's a cute baby. And the color you see through is the color from my my paper. Once I remove that, you won't notice that. All right, so Canary Yellow is Y02, and I'm using that color to color my little bird. Because why wouldn't I want my bird to be yellow? My favorite color is yellow. And then I'm gonna grab a darker yellow. Ooh, I hear thunder. Y06 yellow. And I'm gonna add that to add a little. Ooh, it's gonna be a bad storm. I've been getting the notifications of lightning strikes near me. So if you hear that, you know, it's all thunder. I live in Tampa Bay, which is the lightning capital of the world, so I have some water. Alrighty, so that baby is cute. All right, so let me color my flowers. I'm gonna use Sugared Almond Pink RV02 for my beautiful pink flowers, and this one is also drying out. Great. Can't use that one, but I do have a refill for that one, so I am gonna take this opportunity to show you how I fill it in. So I'm gonna grab a little square here. I like to use small tweezers. And what you do is that you pull this out. And then you take the ink and you fill it in. You make drops fall. Also, I don't know if you guys can see it because I'm to the side, so I don't think you can. So let me do it over here so you can see. I think you can see. Nope, you can't. Let me zoom out. Oh, sorry guys. My chair is making all this noise. All right, here we go. So you take the color ink and you put it in the pen, in the marker. I don't know, like 20, 30 drops depending. And then I am going to grab the tip and just push it in till I feel it goes in. And then what I do is that I take the ink and then I try to like really get ink on it. All right, then I screw that back on. I put the cover on it just to be safe. And then it's alcohol based, so you gotta use alcohol to clean if you're gonna try to clean up your messes, or put it over, just making sure that's like all the way in. Okay. And then I always keep alcohol pads, prep pads like this near me. So then, as you can see, it stays on there. So I just try to clean my little guy here. And I like to clean my desk if I feel like there might be something there. So that's that. So the little tweezers are nice and clean. And then I use some ink. And then my marker should be good to go if you give it a second. So I'm going to zoom back in. And now I hear noise, but that's my neighbor. I think he's like using some type of saw or machinery. So I apologize if you can hear it. I couldn't hear it when I said it in another video for my other channel. But some people wear headphones and then you can really hear it. As you can see, just refilling the ink immediately changed everything. And the nib just needs to get soaked from the ink inside the marker. All right, so what I do like to do is like when I fill it up, I just kind of let it sit a little longer than I did just there. But I wanted to use that color, so that's why I kind of rushed it. Grass green. Is that the green I use on my little guy? Yes, it is. So I don't want to use that one. Let me do New Leaf. New Leaf is a lighter. Yes, it's lighter than him. Yes. So I'm going to use, it's Yellow Green 23 New Leaf. And here we go. I know some people like silent coloring videos, and I think they're amazing. I watch them myself. But I was thinking about it, and I was like, I feel like I need to talk. Like, not always. Maybe there's going to be some silence. But I feel like I got stuff to say, or I can walk you through my thought process. And that might be just enough for you to kind of stay, like, listening from a distance, or, like, you know, just kind of being like, oh, I get it. I get why you did that. And then I'm going to use the same green for all of the leaves. And then I'm going to add a darker center to like mark the stem of the leaves. And then, yeah. So it's been a rainy day and it's really needed because in Florida, it's like dry season right now. So we need the rain. That way it prevents any type of fires or anything like that. I'm feeling better from my allergies. I was really getting affected by my allergies, and I decided to continuously take my allergy med instead of once in a while like I'd been doing. And it really changed how I've been sick. So I really have been thankful. So you guys don't have to hear my gross, like, you know. That was also one of the reasons why I wasn't recording coloring videos, because I was staying really quiet. But my congestion was so bad and I was like leaning forward, and I know that you guys can hear it and hear me sniffling, and I just, you know, it's kind of gross sometimes. So I'd rather not. I'd rather not put you guys through that. So that was another reason why I was like, I need a little break from recording. Okay. And that's a leaf. And I wanted to go with a simple image, that way, a simple one, so I can do it pretty quickly, but also kind of get back onto the groove of it all, because I've been not coloring for the last few weeks because I've been busy. I've been coloring on my channel with my my other channel. My YouTube channel, but my YouTube channel, yeah, we're on YouTube, Nori. My budgeting channel. This color is Forest Green G17. And it's a big contrast, I know, so don't worry. I'm gonna make it look better than it does right now. I'm just making a dark center, and then I'm gonna kind of let it sort of dry, and then I'll be back with the color of the frog to kind of blend it. I could even go back in with the same green color that I used. I'll show you. No, not the frog green. I'm gonna use the green I used already. The frog green is gonna make it all just be way too much. If you give it a second to dry a little bit, by the time you go back in with another color, it's able to hold it, you know? But always remember to put a piece of cardstock or thick paper in the back to, you know, not let it transfer, because alcohol-based markers do transfer. And that's fine. I just like to remind people, like, because it'll go through multiple pages sometimes, depending on how hard you press. I don't press really hard with these. You don't need to. I am a hard, like, I color hard with my pencils because I want the vibrant color. And I know you don't necessarily have to, but I do. That's just the way I write is the same. I write really hard. But with this sketch style Copics, you just touch it with the tip of the brush, and it just, you could tell that it's just enough pressure. The saturation of the color is very strong. And these are buildable markers, so you can build on the color. If it's too light, you can go back and make it darker. If it's too dark, you can actually lighten it a bit if you use this one over here, the colorless blender. It's just like alcohol, pretty much. The alcohol they use to make the marker, and you can use that to blend if you go a little too dark. And that's why I like Copics, because it has like such a good system. So yeah. This past work week was kind of stressful, and my anxiety was very high. So I feel like I need more days like this. I need to schedule more time for this. Like, I've realized that sometimes I have to schedule things like this, because if not, I'll go, and then I'll burn out, and that's not good, you know? All right, so there we go. Pretty, pretty, pretty. And then I'm gonna add a darker pink. Like, well, this is a highlighter, fluorescent pink FRB. It's definitely more vibrant, and I'm just gonna put that like sticking out like a flower in the center. And then I'm gonna go let that dry for a second, and then I'm gonna take like a darker pink, and I'm just kind of like blend it all together. I need a little rouge red, strong red, R46. Let me clean this. I hate when my markers get all, and then you can clean it with alcohol, like simple. You see how that one was stained? You just get alcohol pads, and or just an alcohol with a cotton swab, and you can clean your markers. I like that. I really like that. Okay, so this is strong red R46, and it just, you know, it does that with when you refill, and then it might leak on its own a bit, like if for whatever, if it's a strong color too, like the pigment is just gonna do it. So you can clean it. It looks like blood. Now I have it everywhere, and I don't have any other, I used them all. No, I have one more. Pretty heart. All right, and then I'm going to use the pink I used for these little flowers that are coming down from a tree. That's what I imagine is happening. And then I'll take the neon pink and color the center like I did for those. There's no more. I thought there was one over here. And when it's wet, it blends really fast. So as you can see, it's much blended quicker than this one. Okay, so my pot. I want it to be like a light tone color, like a neutral. No, I colored outside of the line. This is the colorless, and I'm gonna push it in towards the color that I had, and sometimes that does a trick. It kind of like blends it through, so it doesn't, it takes away some of the color, so it's working. I just gotta let it dry. All right, and then I'm gonna grab a darker, I used light caramel, that was E55. I'm gonna use E23, which is hazelnut. And I'm gonna go underneath the like demarcation line of like where the second part of the pot starts, and I'm gonna color in that darker. And actually under the flower, just to give it a little more shadow in the leaf. Okay, and then I'll let that dry before I color this base. I'm gonna color my curtains. I like this pale cobalt green. Let me do a little gesture. I don't want, there's a lot of green in this though. I'm gonna do blue because I have a lot of green. Frost blue is 00. Let me do process blue, which is B05, which is lighter, but not a royal blue, but not a baby blue, you know? Such a pretty color. The color blue is so calming. And green too, and that's why I think I like yellows, blues, greens. I like the way those colors make me feel, I think. I like red, but it stresses me out, and it's because it's kind of like a stressful color. I remember I knew somebody that they colored their bedroom red, like the walls red, because they like the color red. They wanted to make it like a red and black theme. And their blood pressure was through the roof all the time. And they went to the doctor, and they were talking about how their blood pressure all of a sudden started going up. And then when they checked the blood pressure, everything was fine. Like there wasn't anything going on. Like, you know, obviously the person had blood pressure issues, but it was more times, like certain times. And so the doctor was thinking about it, like, what could it be? Because it's like, in the blood test, everything was fine. And then the doctor asked him, like, he used, I guess, the color theory. And he was like, do you have a lot of, like, dark colors in your home? And, like, he started asking questions. And he was like, yeah, my bedroom is red. And he's like, yeah, so because he would say that when he would lay down, he would feel like he was, like, gonna die. Like, his heart was, like, pumping really, really hard. And he just felt, like, overwhelmed. And so it kind of, like, made the doctor think a little bit. And the doctor was like, yeah, no. So we need to, you need to reevaluate the color of your walls. And it's funny because sometimes we don't think about, like, how subconsciously something affects us without us even noticing. So I learned about that years ago, like the colors that calm you and stuff. So I like white for my walls, like in general. I just like the contrast. But I know some people like color walls, but if they do, they need to consider how that affects their body and their mind. If you believe in it. I do. And it's your personal decision what you believe. Colors can affect moods. I definitely feel that. Being an artistic person, I know when I'm stressed out, depending on the colors I choose. And I know, and I'm calm and happy depending on the colors I choose. It's like a thing I do without thinking. All right. This is E51 Milky White. Let me see. I'm gonna add this color around this border of the window. Let it dry and see how I feel about it. And then I'm going to take like darker browns and like alternate the pattern of the rock or the brick or whatever that is around the windowsill. But I want that to be what stands out, not necessarily the little frame. So E25 Caribe Coco. I'm going to use in the bigger. And then every two I'll use this color. This color is really similar to the color inside, but I promise it's not the same. I went out of the line. I might go darker with, I might definitely go darker with the rim. Not the rim, the windowsill. This part right here. Okay, so 2, and then I gotta skip 2, and then I gotta. Okay. Okay. What do I want to do? I think I'm gonna go really dark. No. Maybe I'll add neutral gray. Let's see, number 4 and 4. Yeah, I like this. It's dark, but I think it'll... Obviously, having like a neutral base is going to make it a little less... It's a little darker. than if it was a white background. All right. All right, so I use Caribe Cocoa, and then I'm gonna do hazelnut. No, because I use that for hair. I'm gonna use dark brown. It's really dark. It's E47 dark brown. Just staying really quiet because I want to stay within the lines. I don't want to color the gray. Okay. Now I'm gonna go light. So hazelnut would be really light. And then sand white. Let me see. Yeah, I think that's light enough because I want to have like a contrast from the dark brown, the medium brown, and then like a light brown. Yeah, I think that's good. And then I think I want to do, dark brown for the windowsill. This one's running out of ink. So I have this one, E47. Nope. So I need to purchase this one too. Just gonna try to get out as much as I can. Okay. Then I'm gonna use Burnt Umber, which is E29 Burnt Umber, and I'm gonna add color here because it's facing out, so the sun is kind of hitting it. That's what I think, so at least. And then I'm gonna use it to like show the shadow. Underneath. Make sure you can see that. Yes. All right. So there we have it, guys. Our beautiful little frog on his windowsill with a little bird friend. Let me take that off of there. And you guys can see it's still drying, but it's so pretty. I love it so much. Thank you so much for spending time with me and hanging out. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.